thousand, 20,000, any amount that the material is, they will buy. But when it comes to workmanship, when they charge 200 cedi, someone will say, this small work, I do market way, they are charging me this amount. And I know some mason who used to steal even cement. They steal and they sell it out to people around. But why should you do that? People even go to the extent of counting the number of bulbs that they need in their rooms.
Kiss me. Kiss me. Mommy ask you.
See you. Bye. Okay,
And you could do this. Is the magic word. I will say that.
I've done my seatbelt. Me, I don't forget my seatbelt. Okay. Time to go. Time to go. Time to go. parked the car somewhere. I'm going to take Trotro to the office. I'm going to look for a Trotro that will take me to La Paz. And I'll continue from there. My husband will pick the car from where I parked it later in the day. Then he will use it to pick the kids. Let's go and pick Trotro to the office. See you there. There is this bull fruit that someone sells at my junction. It's very nice. It's always hot. It's hot from the fire. As soon as she fries, people are buying, and people patronize her a lot. And it's very nice. I'm going to buy some today. Mate, La Paz. But I'm tobo fruit. Mienu. But La Paz. Mami 100 cents. I had to beg one mate in the other car to bring me to where I can get in Nebraska. He didn't make me pay. He brought me here for free. And I've gotten a car to La Paz. So easy. Some of the meats are nice. Sometimes some of them are not nice. Still going to bring me there. Thanks to all the meats who are so nice. I've gotten down. I'm now walking to the office. My leg is paining me from the seat in the church where I sat in. There is something that these church drivers have been doing. They buy the bus, and then when they have to do the chairs for the bus, they put the chair so close, and so if you are that tall, if your legs are very long, you sit inside and it's so uncomfortable. You get down and you are unable to walk. That's the same thing that happened to me today. I sat in the car, and when I was about getting down, I couldn't walk again. Where the trees will say Anansi Achimena. I don't see why they put the chair so close. As a bus that should take like 3 seats, they will manage and put like 4 or 5 seats inside, and then you sit down and you don't have space to even put your legs. You have to sit sideways before you be able to feel comfortable. But they don't make it comfortable for you in the past. The trotro drivers will not make it comfortable for you. They make you feel like it's a temporal place you are sitting in, a temporal car you are sitting in. So just sit inside, endure and sit inside, and then when you get down, you go. You don't need to complain. But it hurts. It's so painful when you are sitting in a car and you are not comfortable. Okay, I'm almost there. See you. Bye.
That's what need to was spoon. So this spoon, yeah, I don't know.
Hello, good afternoon. This is Nancy here, and today we are in our construction phase, and so we are coming to talk construction today. This is Let's Gist, and in today's episode is going to be a construction episode. So this is why you see me in this outfit here. So recently, I was in a conversation with some few friends, and the issue of artisans or workers stealing material for building to benefit themselves came up. So how did it start? A friend of mine who is building said he contacted two electricians to come do an estimate for his house. And the two electricians brought their estimates. And he got to know that the first, let's say the electrician A and electrician B. So he looked at the electrician A's estimate and it was very high. And then he looked at the B, it was a little low. And then he said he had in mind the number of things that he would need, the wires, the length, the whatever will be needed in the house. So he had that in mind. So he was expecting that the electricians would bring exactly what he had in mind. But even the electrician B estimate, which was low, was a little bit, was even higher than what he had in mind. But eventually he chose the electrician B. But then he asked him to reduce the estimate to what he had before he would be given the work. So I came in with the explanation that sometimes you might have a specific measurement in your mind, especially if you are the old type who would want to build a house, let's say when it comes to lighting, let's say in the electrical field. If you want to do more of just one bulb, one socket, and just that, you wouldn't need a lot of wires in the room. So if you are that old type, old people with the old mentality of just a few wires with just one bulb, that would mean that you have to go in for just a few wires. Which will mean that in the future, if you decide to expand or if you decide to do some renovations, it will mean that you have to invite another electrician to come and do another estimate to add on more wires. But in some cases, you have to allow for more because sometimes some electricians want to do more lightning, more wiring, more use more of the wires to you can choose to just do one lightning from the beginning, but you can just allow them to do all the wiring so that in case maybe one day in the future you want to do those spotlights which are like 20 or 30, you wouldn't need to go and invite a different electrician to come and do a rewiring to add more wires. You get it? I hope you get it. Yeah. Sometimes I think most of the house owners think some of the artisans still most of the wires or something. So when they do the estimate, they want them to reduce it. Well, I also feel that most of the artisans, in a way, should explain to the house owner, let me say the builders, the owners of the houses as house owners. Yeah, let me use that as their names. They need to explain to the house owners what is involved in what they are going to do so that they will have confidence in the fact that this is actually the quantity that you need in building the house. But if you are not unable to explain it to them, I think definitely the house owners might think there is something fishy somewhere there, that maybe you want to steal some of the wires. Uh-huh. But actually, some of the artisans also steal it. Yeah, they overdo. But especially if you know that at least there should be some allowance. Let's say you have to use two wires to wire a house, and the electrician decide to write three. Sometimes you have to just allow because sometimes there might be a little allowance, and some electricians don't want to be joining wires. Yeah, they don't like joining wires, especially if they'll have to go and buy when the two, let's say they use the two and it's finished and they have to go to an electrical shop again to just buy the little that is left and come and join. So sometimes you have to allow like one or two. So I told my friend that sometimes you just have to allow like two or three, even with bulbs. Sometimes people even go to the extent of counting the number of bulbs that they need in their rooms. If it's six, they want to buy only six, forgetting that when it comes to bulbs, people want to go and count the number of lamp holders in their rooms. If it's 10, they are buying only 10. Forgetting that sometimes one of the wires can be faulty, or as they are fixing it, some might fall down and break. So many things can happen. So sometimes you should also allow for an extra or two or three extra, so that in case of anything, you can easily replace it instead of just doing it on a tight budget. When they finish and then you have to go and buy again. Sometimes allow, but all the same, artisans are also to be blamed. Sometimes even some of the masons, they go to the extent of stealing. I know some masons who used to steal even cement. They steal and they sell it out to people around. But why should you do that? Yes, I feel that one reason why I feel that most of the workers do that is mostly most of the artisans complain that when they charge the workmanship, yes, if you're a house owner, listen to this very well. The artisans complain that when they charge the workmanship, they reduce it to the lowest minimum. In fact, a house owner can buy materials worth 200,000, 20,000, any amount that the material is, they will buy. But when it comes to workmanship, when they charge 200 cedi, someone will say, this small work, I do market you are charging me this amount. And they go to the extent of reducing it to like 100 cedi, 50 cedi, 80 cedi. You get it? Then you give them the opportunity to steal, to make up, because one, because because one, these people definitely might have come with a